Thank you, Emeric. So my name is Alex Lebeau. I'm the Chief Scientific Officer. I'm thrilled to share our progress advancing Ipsen pipeline. As you will see, not only we executed, but actually we outperformed, and thanks to the incredible work from our project teams, but also to the hiring of new talents from whom you will hear in a very few minutes. Dr. Ian Moore, who is leading our oncology, franchise. Dr. or Professor Emeritus Sandy McEwan, who is Professor of Nuclear Medicine and Oncology, to lead our radiopharmaceuticals, franchise. And also from John Chaddock, leading Discovery Neuroscience. First, we executed on the strategy we shared with you 2 years ago. And this strategy has not changed and based on 4 pillars. First, we are a TA or therapeutic area-based organizations in neuroscience, oncology, and rare diseases. Second, we are developing assets which have potential to become either first-in-class or best-in-class. And this is coming from our innovative technology platforms and proprietary ones, systemic radiation therapies, recombinant technology for neurotoxins, and also now pavalarotene. Third, we're also adapting our organization also to develop externally sourced assets. And eventually, as David was mentioned to you, being a development powerhouse. A development powerhouse delivers. And these slides, I would say, speaks for itself. We have delivered, since 2017, 9 major indications. These major indications led to commercial launches and success, of which 2 indications for Cabometyx, 1 in first-line renal cell carcinoma, another one in second-line hepatocellular carcinoma. We added 16 new projects to the development portfolio, and this has been done across the 3, therapeutic areas, as you can see on these slides. And importantly, and referring to innovations, we have 5 new chemical entities which enter into the clinics. On this slide, you can see that we have cytotide imaging diagnostic, IPN 1087 to treat and address pancreatic cancer and other solid tumors, and also IPN 690 that we licensed from the MD Anderson Cancer Center. In neuroscience, we progress with our short, fast-acting toxin, and last but not least, in rare diseases, we are now developing palovarotene above and beyond FOP, and you will hear more from Clarissa Desjardins about this exciting program. Importantly also, this has been done, and this achievement has been done using a rigorous portfolio management. Yes, we decided to stop project to make sure that we could reassign quickly resources to make sure this project can go on and be accelerated. This is the new Ipsen. So David also mentioned the development powerhouse. So as you can see, it works. The development powerhouse is in full swing, and it's still based on 3 levers. First, acceleration of execution, and we are using now digital strategies and bold regulatory moves. Second is patient centricity. Never ever the voice of patients have been so important than today, and particularly in rare diseases. Patients' insights, feedback are systematically incorporated in our development strategies. And third, when we look at portfolio management, I mentioned this to you before, but we are a global biopharma company with a biotech mindset. That means we have to make decisions quickly and make educated decisions. So here again, we are using a very lean governance to make it happen. And making sure that at the end, we provide total support to this project with highest value and greatest return. This is another look we can take as a pipeline, and this is through an innovation lens, if you will. More than ever, and this is the mission of pharma today, we have to provide innovative and differentiated assets, to the patients and to address unmet needs. and also provide value to healthcare providers and also to payers. We retool our strategy to bring assets with potential at becoming first-in-class or first-in-class or best-in-class. On the top part of this slide, you can see the first-in-class assets we have in our pipeline. First-in-class means totally novel treatments, no competition. They will change treatment paradigm. Of course, palovarotene is coming first, having above and beyond FOP other indications, but also IPN1087 to address pancreatic cancer, and also our long-acting recombinant toxins. These long-acting toxins are in preclinical stage and will transition into the clinics next year. Best-in-class assets, we continue to grow, I think, the development of satirotide in solid tumors, and you will hear more from Sandy about this, but also we are continuing to diligently, I think, develop, I think, a fast-acting toxin. Back in 2017, at the Investor Day, we promised to deliver both a valuable and sustainable portfolio. To make it happen, we had to provide one new chemical entities or meaningful indication at least every year. Based on what we have accomplished to date, and based on this 5 years horizon of submission you have now in front of you, I'm very confident that not only we'll meet the expectations, but actually will exceed these expectations. R&D continues to be the growth engine of the company. As David was saying, never ever Ipsen's pipeline has been so rich, so strong, and so well balanced. So now, because external innovation is so important, so instrumental to replenish our pipeline, I would like to give the floor and introduce Ivan Alibich, who is our Chief Business Officer. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Alex. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. As Alex mentioned, I lead the Global External Innovation and Partnering team at Ipsen, and this team is charged with expanding our pipeline through external innovation and also managing our strategic relationships. As Alex highlighted, we have committed to delivering one new product or meaningful indication every year. Obviously, external innovation and successful partnering is key to reaching that objective. Now that I've been at Ipsen for a little bit over a year, I strongly believe that we have proven that we have a clear strategy and execution capabilities to really deliver on this objective. We have, as David mentioned, we have built a world-class team that we have strategically positioned in the most exciting, innovative ecosystems in the world. We have a team that's very nimble and can move very quickly from identifying an opportunity to execution, as I will tell you more about as we talk about our most recent acquisition of Clementia. We also have a biotech mindset, which means that we always strive to deliver transactions that are win-win for both parties. But I think most importantly, we share the passion and commitment of our partners to deliver innovation to patients around the world. And unlike a lot of big companies out there that obviously we're competing with, when we bring an asset into Ipsen, it becomes an integral part of our pipeline and thus of our focus. Also, we bring some very strong capabilities, global capabilities, in development and commercialization to our partnership, which is evidenced by our track record of success. And my colleagues, Richard and Jan, will walk you through some of the achievements with the partner products that we have delivered, such as Cabometyx, ex-US, Onivyde in the US, and also our most recent partnership with MD Anderson. But also, we have the flexibility to be creative in our deal structures and we have the financial resources to really move these programs through development to commercialization. Everything we do with a sense of urgency because we know that the patients cannot wait. So let me tell you now a little bit on how we plan to build our pipeline. As you know, oncology is a major focus for us, and we have proven over and over again that we can not only develop, but we can successfully launch products in this area. Right now, we're focused on looking for assets in rare or niche solid tumors in all stages of development, in all modalities where we're well positioned for success. In rare disease, with the acquisition of Clemente, we have established an anchor for our rare disease franchise, which means that now we can go and execute on our string of pearls strategy to bring in additional assets and expand our business. So what we're looking for here is bolt-on assets to palovarotene in areas of rare bone disease and musculoskeletal diseases, as well as their adjacencies in certain neuromuscular, endocrinological, and pediatric areas. Again here, all stages of development are interested for us, as well as all modalities, because we're looking to build out a deep and broad pipeline. In neurosciences, what we're looking for is to leverage our expertise in neurotoxins, where we are one of the world leaders. So we're looking for line extensions to expand our Dysport franchise. We're also looking for technologies and solutions to continue our leadership in this space. It's also of interest is to look how to expand our footprint around movement disorders and spasticity. What we also recognize is the significance of early innovation, and we have a multi-pronged approach to ensure that we're partnering with innovation through strategic relationships with VCs and academic centers. To that vein, we actually just recently established our own incubator hub in Cambridge with a partner, BioLabs. And I'm really excited to say when we just launched it recently, we already have 7 startup companies that are housed in that incubator space. And this is really, really important because we strongly believe that the earlier we engage with companies, the better we will be able to ensure this long-term success of our pipeline. So as I mentioned already, we do have a track record of success in building out our pipeline through different type of partnerships. I already pointed out that we have established some very strategic partnerships with the VCs, such as Arix Biosciences, InnoBio here in France, and a new venture capital firm in Cambridge. We also have academic relationships with the top-tier universities, Harvard, A-Star, and Gustave Roussy. And we've done many different types of transactions. We've done a very successful regional partnership with Exelixis. We've done a partnership around an early asset with MD Anderson. We have been able to do asset acquisition. As you know, we acquired Onivyde from Merrimack, and most recently, our successful company acquisition, and that's the one that I really want to spend a little bit more time on. Sorry. Apologize for that. This is what I would really like to highlight because I'm really excited to share this with you because I think it really shows our ability to execute successfully on our external innovation strategy. We actually proactively identified Clemente early in 2018 when we did a broad landscape look at rare disease space. We then spent a lot of time actually learning more about the company and its asset through obviously publicly available information. And what became clear is that the strategic fit was compelling. Here we had a first-in-class de-risked asset that was going to treat a highly unmet medical need condition. But not only that, we also realized that there was a team with R&D expertise that were going to be leverageable across different rare disease indications. So what this allowed, this proactive work, actually allowed us to move preemptively once the company surprised everybody with their announcement in October of 2018 that they will be able to seek FDA approval with their phase 2 data. So our cross-functional team worked very closely with Clarissa and her team over the, as you know, all the good deals happen over Christmas and holidays, working very closely with them to bring this opportunity to Ipsen. And so what we did is we actually executed the deal on attractive de-risk terms, including CVRs, which will enable us to significantly create significant value here. So now that the deal is behind us, the focus is actually on integrating our Clementia colleagues into the Ipsen family. But I think what's really important to highlight here is that this is what we do when we try to do transactions. We always seek to make 1 + 1 = 3. And I think this is a perfect example of that, because what happened here is that we've matched the R&D expertise from Clementia with our global footprint and expertise in commercialization to be able to actually ensure that no FOP patient will be left behind. So the deal is behind us, but let me assure you that my team is not resting on their laurels. They're actually out there right now actively assessing and looking for opportunities in all of the major therapeutic areas we're interested in. And also, I can assure you that once we find that perfect and right opportunity for Ipsen, because as you all know, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, we will be prepared to transact very quickly, because as both David and Aymeric mentioned to you, we have the firepower to transact. So I would like nothing more than to stand in front of you soon again to talk about additional transactions that we have completed. With that, I will ask my colleagues to come to the stage so we can move to the first Q&A session. Thank you.